Hey Sis Heyyy, I'm so happy that you have clicked on this YouTube video, and I cannot wait to share with you all the things that God has downloaded into me about what to do when a man ignores you. Listen, I know firsthand that it cannot be any fun when you're being ignored, and you're probably sitting there and your heart is feeling very hurt, you know, really hurt. And I just want to encourage you that it is going to get better. So before we get started, make sure that if you're not a part of my family, make sure that you like this video, comment below, and subscribe so you can turn your notifications on so that you can always be notified when my new videos come up. So let's get ready to get started on what to do when a man ignores you. So number one, you guys, the first thing that I want us to do is to assume the best. Say it with me.
Assume the best.
A lot of times we jump to conclusions, and I know because I've done it in the past, and we just assume he's not into us, he doesn't want us, and so much other things, when it could be so much going on in his personal life and he could be dealing with that. All right, so he could be dealing with death in his family. He could be dealing with sickness in his body. He could be dealing with sickness in his family members. You know, something that he has not revealed to us yet. And some of us, we feel ignored because it's been 20 minutes since we received the last text, you know? Like, just hold your horses, assume the best. And if it hasn't been for a super long period of time, just assume the best and trust that if it's meant to be, he will come back around. So I got the good notion out of the way. We're assuming the best, all right? Number two, if it has been a substantial amount of time, you all, I need for you not to be desperate. Do not be desperate. Desperation is not attractive. Desperation is not what we as God's daughters are called to do. You are not called to be desperate. You are not called to be needy. You are not called to pursue and chase after this man. Don't do it. You know, some of us, we are so beautiful, and yet we walk around with a cloak of desperation on us because we're like, it has to be this man. I want this particular man. I'm going to chase him and make him notice me. Listen, sis, the man that God has for you, you do not have to do that. You do not have to be desperate. You do not have to try to get his attention. Proverbs 18:22 says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains the favor of the Lord. And here's what I've also learned, that if a man recognizes you as his potential favor, he's not going to let up too much because he doesn't want another man swooping in and stealing his favor, stealing the woman that he desires. So if he's truly for you, you don't have to be desperate. He will come back around, whether it's been 20 minutes or longer, all right? So don't be desperate. Number three, I need for you not to chase him on social media. A lot of us were like,
well, I don't chase men.
But yet and still you are DMing him. Yet and still you are sending him memes. Yet and still you are trying to remind him of your existence. You're sending him inappropriate pictures. Do not chase him on social media. Do not chase him, period. Like, if he's for you, this is what's so special about men. If they want you, they want you, and if they don't, they don't. They're rather easy to understand in that way. So if he's ignoring your text, what you sent out, what you responded back, or he ignores your calls, you don't need to be desperate and chase him. You need to remain on your pedestal, knowing that you are a queen, knowing that the right man is coming to you, and trusting God that it will happen in his perfect timing. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord, who are called according to his purpose. And that's you. So if you're called according to God's purpose, you do not have to be desperate and chase and pursue, especially one particular man. Because here's what happens. Have you ever noticed, like, the tighter that you hold on to something, the more that it tries to get away, you know? So make sure that you're not holding your grip on too tight, especially onto someone who clearly is making it clear with his actions that you are not his first priority. You're not even his second priority, all right? So be aware of being desperate and chasing men via social media, you know? All right, and number four, you guys, if you're in a situation, you're like, okay, Dewana, I'm not being ignored for 20 minutes. This is something that's routine. This is something that he does all the time. This is something he consistently does with ignoring me. And this is why I do advocate that you allow the man to reach out to you first, not the other way around. You guys, you save yourself so much heartache and pain. But if this is something that he repeatedly does to you, or even does, for some women, their cutoff point is one time. You know, you're ignoring me, that's enough. So you got to decide what your personal point is. But especially, you know, I believe in giving grace for like a time. But if it's something that he continues to do, you talked about it, and he's still ignoring you, you know what?
Cut it off.
Like, reevaluate what you really want in a man. Do you really want a man who doesn't see you as a priority? Do you really want a man who doesn't value you? Do you really want a man who you have to chase, who might be chasing somebody else? So really reevaluate and remember who you are. You are amazing. You are incredible. You are beautiful. You are God's perfect design as a woman. You do not have to deal with being emotionally harmed because he's ignoring you. You don't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it. And the more that you know your worth, the more that you know who God's called you to be in this earth, the more that you know how much Jesus loves you, the less you'll be willing to just say, okay,
well, I'm gonna just chase him, and I'm gonna hope it works, and I'm gonna let him play around with me.
No, you know what you deserve. You stand in what you deserve, and you allow for the correct man to come correctly and pursue you, because you are a daughter of the King. All right, you guys, so I hope that this has helped you. The verse that I wanted to share with you is 1 Peter 5 verse 7 as we're getting ready to close, and it says, cast your cares on him because he cares for you. So I know your heart still may feel a little bit heavy, you may feel a little bit down, and if you do, drop it in the comments and let me know how you're feeling right now. But know that your cares can be totally cast on Jesus, and he is going to help you get through this time. He's going to help you get through what you feel as if, you know, unworthy of love, or you feel like, why am I being ignored? Why doesn't my love story ever work out? God is going to get you through this. So 1 Peter 5:7, cast your cares on Jesus because he cares for you. I pray this video blessed you. If it did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you share with someone else, all right? And share with someone who else may be going through. Let's build a community here, and this is a sisterhood. So I love you guys so much. I pray that this encouraged you. Make sure that you check the links down below, because if you're not yet registered for the Future Wife Retreat, which is happening in April, you want to make sure that you RSVP and reserve your spot. It's going to be so amazing, and we're going to dive way more deeper into topics such as this. All right, I love you guys so much. Be encouraged and cast your cares upon Jesus. Bye.
Feels like heaven sometimes.